All right.
That's pretty
good. That's good. Yeah, I did a good job this time.
this week, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and take the color rainbow in between. It's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
You're live with us on Blurs and Whiskey. So we've got a very excitable day happening today. I don't know if did we add it to the church announcements or not, but
it's in it.
I'm excited because it's Royal Rumble Day. It's Royal Rumble Day. So I'm just like
3,
get everything else.
2, 1.
Exactly. I'm happy. I'm like ecstatic. I can't wait to get down. So of course, as we do most of our major pay-per-views, we go down to Summers in Arlington, Virginia.
Yes.
If you want to come out and take a drink with us, come take this shot.
Yep.
Holler at your boys down there.
Yeah. Before we get into the church announcements, let's get into this drink because let's shout out to Mama Proper on this one. So I mean, because it's a very tasty beverage.
I have to pull it up, but this particular beverage that we originally chosen Star Ultra Superior Light African Rum, so it's fresh out of Africa. So rum. It's pretty smooth. It's
Hold on a second. It's there will be no challenge today.
So my mom's actually put us on to this one. So
all right,
really. An earthy, dry, clean, and bean and cane-like aroma with delicate scents of cocoa bean, vanilla bean, and brown sugar. It's actually pretty sweet. So what I did, we're basically doing rum and cokes. So I chose because of all the different, because of the different sweet tones that they use to make it. I chose the vanilla Coke to mix with it, and that actually brings a lot of them out. So it actually is pretty good. I like it. Yeah. So thanks, Mama. Love you.
Is it fair to say it's black as fuck?
It's not black as fuck.
No, seriously. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying like, yo, this is some good fucking rum.
It's some good rum, yes. And we had it straight. It's very smooth. I like it.
It's actually a white rum.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Would it be a South African rum? I mean,
good one. Good one. One on the tally for her.
Let's get into these church announcements. CassaCon 2020. We all know that's the weekend of Trey Proper's birthday. February 14th through the 16th at the National Harbor. For tickets, go online at cassacon.org. Steak and BJ Day, our favorite day of the year.
Oh, you know.
March 14th. So everybody out there, make sure you get your meat.
Or give your meat.
Give your meat.
Whatever.
Another one. They brought this back, and I was Trey Proper put this in our group. 90s Bar Crawl, DC. March 28th from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. For more information, go on 90sbarcrawl.com. Geek Homecoming, HBC UConn, April 4th. That'll be taking place over at Bowie State University. For more information on that, go to hbcucon.com. .org. Here's one thing that I'm actually, the convention I'm actually interested in this year. Awesome Con. I believe this is the 4th year in a row that they've
I've never been. I'm not sure. But it's been going on for a while.
It's been going on for a minute. It's going to be taking place at the Washington Convention Center from May 1st through the 3rd.
That means they got to go back into the city.
Yeah. It's always the Metro.
That's even worse.
AwesomeCon.com.
I might have to work for them one day.
Awesome-con.com. And guest here is actually going to be pretty good this year. They got Ron Perlman from Hellboy and Sons of Anarchy. Zach Levy from Shazam and Chuck.
Okay.
They also have Elizabeth Berkley. She was Jessie from Saved by the Bell. Mark Paul. I can never pronounce it. Zach from
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, I can't pronounce his last name.
What'd you say it was?
Mark Paul.
Isn't it Gosselin or something like that?
No, it's not good. It's Gosselilar. It's Zach from.
Just call him Zach from Saved by the Bell.
And,
that's what he's gonna be.
And AC Slater from.
So they got everybody but Screech, because Screech is in jail for.
We're not even gonna talk about Screech. But Kel Mitchell. Kel Mitchell's gonna make an appearance. Okay. Ryan Hurst from those who know Sons of Anarchy, and also what's the name of the movie? Remember the Titans.
Oh, okay.
He was the leader. Left side, strong side. Sean Astin, Rudy, and from the Goonies.
Okay.
And
which Goonie was he? I mean, I didn't know them kids' names when I watched the movie.
Yeah. And my personal favorite, the main reason why I want to go, the Nature Boy Ric Flair. I'm not gonna.
Oh, you're not gonna do it? Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna blow out the mic this time. I didn't know.
But and also, as always, you already know, for prior episodes, merch, and go and hit us up on social media. Go on blursandwhiskey.com. And go on our fan page on Facebook, IG, and Twitter. So be sure to check us out on there.
Like, share, subscribe, all that. Help us grow, and we can do more.
Yeah.
Hashtag that. Help us grow, we can do more. I like that. That came off the top of my head. So you done with those?
Yeah, that concludes the.
We need to find out which Goonie that is, because that'll dictate whether or not I'm. If it's Chunk,
it's Rudy.
If it's Chunk,
it's Rudy.
It's
Rudy. You ain't never seen Rudy?
Oh, the dude. Oh, okay. Rudy. All right, yeah, I seen Rudy. So he was wasn't he in the Lord of the Rings? He was in Lord of the Rings. He was Samwise Gamgee, right?
He was also in what's the name of that Netflix show with the kids?
Oh, Stranger Things. Yeah, he got moidalized. He got moidalized. Yeah. Spoiler: 2 years later.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching it but me, apparently. Speaking of going to DC, we had.
Tamika says, "I'm so excited."
Yes. And Brittany Payne says, "You mean Pastor Kel Mitchell?"
I did not know he was a pastor. Wow.
If he ain't talking about, if he's not talking about orange soda
just as much as the Lord.
Yeah. If he's not talking about that, I didn't. Anyway.
Who loves the Lord?
Speaking of going into DC, which I am usually opposed to, co-host
I am
here.
too. I hate it. I hate everything.
It was his idea. It's a great idea to go down to. I mean, we've done it before, but it's a great idea to go down to the Capital One Arena. Almost called it the Verizon Center. Almost called it the MCI Center.
Yeah.
To go watch Monster Jam. So we are fans of multiple different fandoms. I've taken little Trey, who was a car enthusiast, on multiple occasions. This was your son's first time going.
Yes, it was.
And we had a blast. Yeah. Literally. The video's too big, but literally one of the trucks almost blew.
Literally, huh?
Did I say it? Did I say it more than once? All right. Okay. But see, I use it appropriately, and I have a very extensive vocabulary.
How's this vocabulary? Fuck you.
But we had a great time.
We somersaulting. Failed miserably.
The two-wheel demonstration.
Yes.
But the wheelies that they were pulling on them monster trucks,
they were walking phenomenal. They were literally walking. Go look at either of our respective.
I gotta post mine up, but you can go and check on Trey
Proper on Instagram, and they're on Facebook too. I think so. I was just sharing stuff. So if I was annoying you with all my sharing, I don't care. I was having fun with my kids. So
Superfly says literally.
Yes. Yes. That is how you use that word.
So this going into the throwback show of the week.
Yes.
And with the
why do you want me, man?
With the big movie this has been going on this week with Bad Boys for Life, I decided, hey, why don't we go ahead and check out one of the greatest shows of our time.
I still haven't seen the movie.
I seen it. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I will give a review on it.
We'll go get to the Fresh Prince.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go on to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. A streetwise, poor young man from Philly is sent from his mother to live with his aunt, uncle, and cousins in their Bel-Air mansion. And this show has went on for 6 seasons, over 148 episodes. Didn't know that. Also, the first episode started on September 10th, 1990, and the last one, which was a tearjerker, happened on May 20th, 1996. It was also created by Quincy Jones. The cast is Will Smith as Will Smith. You have Alfonso Ribeiro. I hope I'm pronouncing his name wrong. As Carlton Banks. Tatiana Ali as It's not unusual. Oh, we don't have the right song.
No, we don't.
I
actually like that song.
I really do.
I really do.
Tatiana Ali as Ashley Banks. James Avery, Uncle Phil.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Karen Parsons as Hillary Banks. Janet Hubert as the black dark-skinned Vivian Banks. I did. And Danny Maxwell Reed as light-skinned Vivian Banks. You have Joseph Marcel as the greatest butler who throws shade of all time,
King of
Jeffrey, and you had DJ Jazzy Jeff as Jazz. Yes.
Fun fact. Fun fact. I hope they can hear me. So, Fresh Prince is the first show that I actually made sure and counted. I watched every episode of as a kid. I've seen every episode of Fresh Prince when it aired.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I'll take it a step further. I have a sister named Ashley because I talked my mom into naming her Ashley because age appropriate, I had a crush on Ashley from Fresh Prince.
Wow. Does she know that?
The more you know.
That's great.
But yeah.
So never mind. I asked off after the show.
So a few things, just in case you was wondering, why was Janet Hubert fired off the show?
Well, before you get ready to say you forgot somebody, what about Little Nicky?
I forgot about Little Nicky. My bad.
Don't know his name though.
Yeah,
he's Little Nicky.
Yeah, he's Little Nicky. He's the Little Rascals. He's also on what's the name? Independence Day with Will Smith.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So but moving right along, why was Janet Hubert fired? So apparently, Aunt Viv, the old Aunt Viv, decided. Hey, hold on a second.
What was on our timeout? What was that?
It's
the original Aunt Viv.
Yeah, the OG.
What were you referring to all of me as?
Dark skin, light skin. I mean, hey.
This nigga.
There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, hey.
See, the way the studio lighting is
yeah,
they both kind of look like...
Exactly.
Yeah, we kind of, yeah, we do. But apparently her, Janet and Will actually had a rift between each other, and that's pretty much how she got the axe, unfortunately. But I do think that Daphne Maxwell Reid did a really good job as the second Aunt Viv.
She can't dance like the original Aunt Viv.
Yeah, no, she could not.
Dark skin Aunt Viv forever.
She could dance her ass off. How many times did you cry when he said, "How come you don't want me, man?" Because I watched it the other day and I was.
I don't watch it anymore because I cry. I cry too easily and stuff as it is.
It really was a tearjerker. Two things. What was your favorite episode on that movie? What's your favorite moments on that movie? Not a movie, but two on the show. I have two favorite moments. One of them was "Mama, no!" when he found out that his mother and Nia Long's character, his fiance, parents were sleeping with each other.
Mom.
And
Mom. Mom. You gotta watch Archer. Anyway.
And the second one was you slept with Janice. When Pam Grier was made an appearance, she was what's his name? Uncle Phil's the lady who got away from him.
Yeah.
Will was messing around with her daughter, but then she found out that, hey, maybe I should just go ahead and get Will to come on the show and just go back to my room. And
my favorite episode, I say my two favorite, besides the father episode. Hillary Banks, will you marry me? Yes, Trevor. I told you I have a dark sense of humor. I laughed my ass off when that happened.
Uncontrollably.
So, I just said she was dumb. Yes, I was like, Hillary, I don't think that was supposed to happen. My other one is when he's trapped in the basement with Tisha Campbell.
Oh yeah.
How does
breath mints? Breath mints.
Yes.
Breath mints.
That joke.
He started taking over nails.
Stuck in the basement, sitting on the tricycle.
Girl getting on my nerves.
I got out of my mind. Don't know if a body is hurt.
But I had the hugest crush on Tisha Campbell back in the day. Yeah.
Almost pulled a tray. Almost spurred.
My favorite one is when they were in college and they kidnapped the mascot.
Oh yeah.
And so the other school kidnapped Carlton.
Oh my god!
But one episode that I really have to say that I thoroughly enjoyed was when they was trying to go into the frat, and the guy was sitting there shitting on Carlton, and I love the fact that Carlton stood up for himself because it showed like, dude, like I'm trying to advance and you holding me back. Like I mean, and for somebody who came off as like real privileged and they was like, you don't know shit that you about you. What'd you say?
I'm showing him a comment.
Yeah. But yeah.
You were not the only one that laughed at that. When Carlton dealt with Black not saying he's not black enough.
That's what he's talking about. But yeah, that was another favorite moment from there. But that concludes the Throwback Show of the Week.
Yes. So earlier I saw one of the comments, Horace. Yes, I'm getting to that, dude. Last week we had Keith Lee as the wrestler of the week. We didn't have one this week because we're talking about Royal Rumble, and I'm excited about it. I don't care if you're not. If you are, I don't care. But speaking of Keith Lee, last Wednesday he finally won the little big one. He won the North American Heavyweight Championship for NXT in stunning fashion. Beat out the what are the guys? What's the guy? I forgot the guy's name. He's a loser. Nobody remembers the loser anyway. Keith Lee is your new North American champion. I wanted him to win the Royal Rumble. I really wanted him to transition over from NXT into Monday Night Raw. I wanted to see him and Brock Lesnar in the ring and see that go down on Monday Night Raw. But
it's funny you mentioned that because that was one of the two things that I wanted to talk about with tonight. I thought it would be really good. Considering how they shitted on Kofi for his championship run and how it ended, it would be poetic for him to pull off his magical trapeze, stay in the ring, stay in the Royal Rumble part by him trying to eliminate him, but he doesn't get eliminated, comes back, and then while Brock is sitting there trying to cheer, he just throws him out. That would be dope.
It would be interesting.
And the second one would be dope if Keith Lee actually beat him.
Yeah. Now, peep game. Kofi is the most creative Royal Rumble combatant we've ever seen.
Yes.
All right.
Roderick Strong.
Yeah.
Hands down. The close second is John Morrison.
I forgot. You're right.
That is
when he monkey crawled on the barricade to get back.
Yes.
We are up for some shenanigans.
Yes.
Now, as far as the Women's Royal Rumble, the other innovative person that may be coming back because her husband came back recently, Naomi. For those who are not familiar, all these wrestlers, you guys just gotta Google Royal Rumble and these names that we're saying. Naomi and the female and the woman's. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say female. And the woman's Royal Rumble. Really. Now, you just be happy you missed it.
Never mind. I just called her.
Yes, she's got an amazing glow, but she's a married woman. She's a very married woman.
I can watch from
to
afar.
A very angry Samoan,
and I can watch from afar. And I didn't say I would.
You would catch them hands. So
nobody else has ever watched it.
What if your wife is watching this?
My wife would look at her and say, like, "Damn, okay, so
fair enough. Look at all the damage you want, homie."
It's all about keeping your hands to yourself, because black men don't cheat.
But yeah, you're right. I'm just distracted.
For one person, I definitely will say that I hope she makes an appearance tonight for the Royal Rumble, because she's been gone for a while. Nia Jax,
about a year. Yeah, about a year. Yes,
and the way she came in last year on the men's Royal Rumble, it's actually kind of good.
Yeah, if she comes back, but if she does the same thing, she just got to toss R-Truth out the way again. No, but a dream match would be her and Shayna Baszler. That would be a great match, because I really think Shayna Baszler is about to come up. I don't think she's going to get the title for a third time. It's about. I know they're trying to put off NXT as their own brand, but there's still a call-up system there. I think that should happen. But definitely. Keith Lee's your new champion. Royal Rumble tonight. Summers Barn Restaurant at 7:00.
Yeah,
I thought it starts as pre-show.
Pre-show starts at 7. You know they always have like the dark matches.
Exactly. So, speaking of darkness,
gosh, jeez, great segue. That's back to back with dark.
Just saying. Well, no, you started with the dark. Anyway,
no, I was about Aaron Hernandez last week, but yeah.
Was that last week?
That too. I wasn't impressed.
It
was like I knew the turn that they were trying to navigate it to.
There's nothing wrong with people's sexual orientation whatsoever, but they were trying to make it a little. They were emphasizing the homosexuality, his alleged homosexuality, way too much for me. Yeah. So I watched the first episode and I fell asleep. I went to work the next day and I just forgot about it. I'm not gonna lie. Talking about the Aaron Hernandez special on Netflix. If you want to watch it, definitely give it a shot.
Darkness.
Darkness. No. Speaking of darkness, Vince McMahon. Yeah.
Vince McMahon doesn't care about black people. He doesn't.
But he employs multiple of them, so...
You sound like...
Me in the beginning.
Like Rick right now.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a Rick comment. Yes. Yes, it is.
He said that on the show before.
He has said it. So those of you who don't know, Rocky Johnson, the father of The Rock, passed away about a week ago. We talked about it. He was our, was it 2 weeks ago?
No, last week he was our Wrestler of the Week.
He was our Wrestler of the Week. Okay, so Keith Lee was before that. Anyway, sorry. So they had the funeral in which Vince McMahon and Pat Patterson, one of the first Intercontinental Champion in WWE, Vince McMahon, the owner and CEO of WWE, got a little saucy at the funeral and proceeded to act like idiots. Vince McMahon has allegedly been quoted as saying, "The best thing Rocky ever did was marry Myra and Anna, and have some kids." That was in it. Like what? Like you? But apparently the family is not upset. They took it as maybe Vince was trying to be jovial and lighten the mood, but
dude.
That's
is one thing.
When y'all come to my funeral and say something like that, it's my family's gonna kill you.
There's a sentiment where it's like, there's a sentiment where it's like, the best thing you could say about a family man is how well he's taking care of his family, or his family has developed. So it may have come off wrong, but he might have been thinking he was giving a black man a compliment.
Dude, it's a time. Here's the thing: if the family isn't really upset about it, I can't really get pissed off.
Yeah.
But dude, it's a time and a place for that shit. At some point, at a man's funeral, like I mean, he hasn't even been. He's only been passed away for what, a week at this point.
Yeah.
And then you just like, dude, that's not what I'm. He did so much that Vince wouldn't understand, and that's just my opinion. You wouldn't understand what it did for the black culture because this man was the first one who ever had a tag team title
in the WWE.
In the WWE. And I mean, for a black person growing up and being a fan of that, we don't have a lot of history in the WWE of big wins like that. I mean, we have some, but I mean, the first one happened in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah,
I mean, and it wasn't like
they had majors, like they had them in the when there was territories and everything. It really depended on where you were located, where you lived.
On a major scale.
But when you started getting the national conglomerates like WCW, which Ron Simmons was the first African American,
and that wasn't even until what, the 90s.
I mean, but still, it happened. It takes time.
It happens, but
progression takes time. It should have happened earlier. I agree, but at the time and climate that the nation was in and businesses were in, it wasn't going to happen. So it took time for it to happen, and eventually it's definitely the.
I mean, we were minorities in society to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah. We were definitely minorities in the rest of it.
Yeah.
It all started from carnival.
Yeah. Strongman competitions and stuff like that, and you didn't want to be the Ugandan giant.
Right.
Yeah. Or Kamala, Jesus. Not Kamala. Papa Shango.
Papa Shango. Yeah.
So speaking,
and then be a pimp.
Yeah.
You know what?
At the time that was appropriate.
At that time, yeah. I mean, and we all love the whole train. So I mean, but at the same time, yeah. When you look at it now, it's kind of like, damn.
Superfly Samurai says in the WCW, that's a big thing. Moving on from that, 'cause I'm tired of talking about this.
Yeah. We just finished watching Power. This is the episode 6.
It's rendering these.
And I mean, and yes, literally, just finished watching it right before the show.
He's gonna get a shirt out of this. Yeah, he's going to get a shirt out of that word.
You can genuinely find better words. You just add more words.
I know, but this is my. I'm taking the word back.
Shout out to my mama for making me read. Love you, mama. Unconditionally.
Okay.
Indubitably.
I can't say
affectionately. Unrequitedly.
So where are we going?
Power.
Just finished. Who shot Ghost is the hashtag, and we're down to one more episode because this week's episode has just covered
Governor Tate. Yeah, so that's we're
not going to talk about.
All I'm gonna say is he is the luckiest sumbitch on the face.
We're
of the
not
going
to talk about it because it's still not out.
But what we will talk about is how cool it was. Well, no,
it's not out yet.
Be a surprise.
Did we watch it early?
What? The show comes out. It's out there. If you have the app, it's there.
Yeah, okay,
it's on demand, but we gotta let the day finish before anything to talk about it, because Herb has to learn not to spoil shit. So
Superfly Samurai, I said, new Herb drinking game. Take a shot every time he says literally.
You will literally die.
You will literally die. Yo, we need to make that. That's the t-shirt. That's the shirt. Okay.
But yeah.
What I'm excited about as far as Power is that we have the announcement of Tommy season 1. Well, the teaser of possibly Tommy getting his own show.
Yeah.
If you watched last week, which I'm assuming you have, I know I'm breaking my rule and not spoiling stuff, but Tommy is still alive and he drives off somewhere. So hopefully we will have a Tommy show.
He tell you, but he has kids.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. So, but if you haven't been catching up to it, watch it. Catch up with us because we're definitely. I've been watching it. Like crazy.
It's very entertaining.
It was so much better than Empire. Yeah,
it wasn't. There's
nobody lied about any nooses.
Anybody still watching Empire?
Is it still a thing?
It was never even close. Like which one was better?
The music was the only thing on Empire the first season. Like literally. I said it again. I actually downloaded
Indubitably.
the CD. Well, that doesn't apply there either. I actually downloaded the CD for the yes, everything but that song. I like the songs. What?
You like Drip Drop?
All right, listen.
I didn't. No.
Let's give Power a break because at least the first 2 seasons it was all Timberlake. So
yeah,
Drip Drop though.
Dude, there are dumber songs.
There are some songs I can't remember them because it's been a while. Jesus. But I only watched the first season and then I never watched again. Shot, yes. But in addition to that, there was the show's Power Book 2. Yes. So we saw was that Mary J. Blige and Method Man.
And apparently this takes place 48 hours after the last episode of Power. So going on to, I think they said it was going to be coming out during the summer. So this takes place 48 hours after the events of Who Shot Ghost.
Let's open the phone lines for some Royal Rumble prediction.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Go on and hit us up on...
Let's go. 443-371.
3155.
So you know what to do. Give us a call.
Yeah. So,
I just want to see your ideas.
So
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, yes.
Yes. But moving on to the next one, and
you got this one. You said it. It was the dreaded graduation.
Okay, so it was this young man in Texas, Houston, Texas. Of course. He apparently has had dreads for his whole entire time going to school. I can't remember his name. It was up here.
Yes, I am. I'm combing out my beard on the show.
We always
exactly. No, somebody was. Is Herb really come?
Yes,
we do that.
Yes, motherfucker. Look.
Go ahead.
We grown.
Go ahead.
The iron behind
is not content. Unless we're
promoting.
Are we promoting these? Continue.
But this young man decided to grow his hair because his father is Haitian.
Okay.
And just caught the delay with Herb's spiteful picking of his. Go ahead.
He decided to go ahead and grow his hair and for his heritage. Mm-hmm. And apparently the school that he's going into, because he's a senior in high school, DeAndre Arnold. Mm-hmm. Yeah, DeAndre Arnold. He wanted to grow his hair out, and they're saying, hey, part of the code of conduct, the dress code is you're not supposed to grow your hair out that long. Me personally, I'm thinking to myself, like, hey, this is 2020. Why are we still having these issues about what's going on with this? And the one thing that I was really kind of pissed off about in the situation, the superintendent said, well, you can't walk into school with just underwear on. And it's like, what the fuck does underwear dressing like that have to do with your hair?
You know what we don't
we haven't
had in a while? Some good old fashioned white tears.
Yeah.
We should have had those.
Yeah, so the situation that's been going on, he's been suspended in school suspension, and he's been suspended and it's getting to a point. He's always had his hair in a bun. So I'm starting to think to myself, like, hey, what? I forgot got a bun.
Oh, yeah.
White tears. Yeah.
All right,
Go show the white tears. And you see the little tears.
Yes.
Yeah. But yes, it was just the fact that, I mean, come on, like, dude, you're comparing that to a situation that's, this kid has done nothing wrong. He's never been in trouble.
It's an aesthetic. It's literally
he wraps his hair in a bun, so it's not even a big deal.
I gotta take
Why are we making a big deal out of the fact that he has hair? And I mean, in California, I think was the first one that made it a law to where you can't discriminate against people having natural hair. Yeah. And DeAndre Hopkins, shout out to DeAndre Hopkins. He wrote this tweet right here that says, "Never cut your locks, DeAndre Andre."
That's one thing I regret. I regret cutting my hair. Yeah. I did that for a job, and I've regretted it ever since. I had long dreads, and I miss my hair every day. But now
I miss my hair since I was 22 because I just don't have hair.
I'm sorry, dude.
Just yeah.
I mean,
but he is going to try to transfer to another school so he can try to graduate. Mm-hmm. Is a very unfortunate situation that he's going through, and we hope that you get everything that you're looking for, big homie. Yeah. And because he's about to go into college, I mean, why are we having this situation about this cutting your hair BS?
Situations like these they infuriate me, but it's mostly because there's just impotent rage there. It's not much I can do. Mm-hmm. But there are certain people like celebrities or athletes who could stand up and make they have a voice like he did, and they all came together about certain things. They could change something as simple as natural hair. Mm. It should not even be a question. We could have been twins. Shut up. Nobody asked you. Were you going to pay my rent? I needed a job. Could have been twins. No, we couldn't have because you're skinny. For those of you who don't know who Sam are, just go to it and take a look and see who it is. Go. Anyway,
small man, big man.
You're the twin that ate up all the food.
That's soon to be a Fighting Spirit Media product.
Okay, all right.
In the more what the fuck news? You want to get into the show?
No, you got this one.
Oh, okay.
It's just more stuff that's going to make me angry. And I'm not going to let my Royal Rumble high be taken down by this insanity.
Oh, yeah. So,
alleged insanity.
The Philadelphia Flyers mascot, Gritty. He is a Philly mascot.
Accused.
He's a Philly mascot.
No, he's accused.
No. He's a mascot.
He's a mascot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's Philly because Philly has crazy motherfuckers up there.
This is why I don't like to look at the memes before the show. I want to be surprised, but
yeah. So apparently he was alleged to have pushed the kid. Do you like violence? But he allegedly...
They're accusing Gritty of beating up kids, yo.
Because he can't get to it. But I'm just like, could you imagine?
It's Philly. It's Philly. It's the same people that booed Santa Claus. The same people who threw rocks at.
There was a robot that was hitchhiking. Not even a robot. It was a robot that was hitchhiking around the world. All right, around the world. It made it through like 17 European countries, and it got to America, and somebody beat the shit out of it in Philly. That was the end of the story.
No,
it's Philly.
That's why I don't go to Philly.
You know what, Rita? Shut the hell up, okay?
That could be that's the second option on the shirt, Rita. She said every time he says that's the master class for the shirt.
That's the Eddie class.
Ooh. Shots fired. Shots fired.
But no, it was just.
It's
Philly
funny.
It's funny.
It's funny.
But it's Philly being Philly. Philly always has some. Yeah. Philly always has a thing about just doing some rowdy shit that just had like really.
Now keep in mind, it's alleged. It's alleged that Gritty took a running start.
Rowdy. He really is Rowdy. If you did that shit.
No, you talking about Philly. So, no, it's alleged that Gritty took a running start and Falcon punched some 13-year-old kid in his back while his dad was watching and asking for a photo op. But it's alleged. I think it's all BS.
We haven't seen video.
The guy's trying to get money out of the Flyers, but it's just funny to think about. Because Gritty's hilarious.
But no, here's the thing. Like,
to see it.
Funny story about
see that video.
Funny story about Philly. In 2005, my dad and me and a couple of his friends, we went up to Philly to see the Redskins play the Eagles. Redskins had to beat the Eagles in order to get to the playoffs. Clinton Portis' mom was in the building. Yeah. And I'm in one side. I'm on the Eagles side now. The people down in, because I'm in the 100 section. Mm-hmm. I'm not crazy enough to go in the 400 section in Philly with my Redskin gear on. And
so you had money, is what you're saying?
No, my father at the time had money. So the people down there that was like, yeah. No, because those people were crazy. Like, they literally will beat the shit out of you because you asked.
The nosebleeds. Yeah. That's the poor people.
But no, the people that in the 100 section said, hey, we're not getting in the fights. Just make sure you keep it about football because we ain't trying to lose our tickets. Those dumbasses up there are the ones who, that's their words, not mine. But getting back to the story, I'm sitting over on the Eagle side, and I happen to look over to the side because all I hear is, ooh! Turns out it was Clinton Portis' mom beating the shit out of a Eagles fan because the Eagle fan threw beer on her. And Mama Portis decided to just go ape shit and just beat the dog.
Rightfully so.
And they transferred her down to the field. But it was the fact that I actually got to see Mama Portis just...
I always blame Portis for that because you should have had your mama in a better seating arrangement than that.
But he said Mama Portis could hold her own though.
That's cool, but obviously, but if I'm in the WWE and Mama probably she gonna be ringside where I can see her, and I can hop off them ropes and beat somebody's ass to touch my mama. Like, no, I'm not putting my mama in the regular stands. Come on.
But to be honest, your mama would have kicked. Your mama could kick somebody's ass though.
All right, you're gonna end up like Jay Lethal, where Kevin Steen spit on his mom.
What?
And Jay Lethal in Ring of Honor. In Ring of Honor, Jay Lethal versus Kevin Steen title match. His mom was in the front row. Kevin Steen spit on Jay Lethal's mom.
We'll share that on the fan page later because I don't
full shoot. He beats Kevin Steen for real.
Yeah, that would be me.
Nowadays, Kevin Owens.
Wow,
I didn't know that.
I didn't.
I need to look that up.
The more you know.
You guys find it, share it to the fan page so we can see it later.
Wow. What is that?
Jacob said, "Would you tag your mom in to whoop their ass?" Yes, I would.
His mom could literally beat anybody's ass. Like she like, what you say about my trait?
You know, she be laughing at the depiction that my friends have of her. Speaking of great family ties, moving on.
Dude.
Hey, you know what? We are live on the show. We're live on the show.
Losing his shit right now.
Check yourself, sir.
Yo.
Anyway.
He is losing his shit.
Speaking of family ties. Mama, I'm gonna kill them all.
Oh, jeez.
We have our character of the week, which we didn't get to go over. But we got
Cam, take it over, man.
Our character of the week. I hate you all.
Oh man, that's funny as that.
Really, dude? Really? You really gonna start that?
Character of the week. Today's character of the week is Norman Osborn. Man, do we love villains on this show. Also known as the Green Goblin. Also known as the Iron Patriot. Norman Osborn is an industrial businessman. Kind of like Marvel's answer to Lex Luthor. Around 1964, he debuted in Amazing Spider-Man and donned the costume of the Green Goblin. Sometimes they depict him as an actual, mutated goblin, like he can change forms like a Jekyll and Hyde. As Green Goblin, he's known for a couple of things. Genius intellect, pumpkin bombs, and waves. I think Oz is pomade. Similar to Two-Face, he also has the split personality duality thing going on. William Dafoe's the shit. And of course, what Spider-Man's story would be complete without tragedy, because there was a story arc in the death of Gwen Stacy, which Gwen Stacy died, because that's the title of it. There's probably the only time that laws of physics was actually applied in comics, because her neck was snapped when she was thrown off a bridge by the Green Goblin, and Spider-Man tried to save her by catching her with a web sling, and snapped her neck. Subsequently, that was also when the Green Goblin was impaled by his own glider. Spider-Man jumped out the way at the last second. Later on, during the Clone Saga, goddamn Clone Saga, they decided to retcon that night, and so that he survived instead of being impaled. Gotta love rewrites. But I'm not going to get too far into that rant. But basically, Norman Osborn, or as Green Goblin, as either or, is depicted as one of Spider-Man's main nemesis, repeated over and over again nemesis. Again, the duality of the fact that he's so close to him, the fact that Norman Osborn is the father of Peter Parker's best friend, which is Harry Osborn, who also donned the Green Goblin mantle years later. But honestly, as Goblin, he was definitely terrorizing Spider-Man, but I think as Norman Osborn, he terrorized the entire Marvel universe. So whether it's the redemption story arc or the long game story arc, he recently decided to become a hero and don the Iron Patriot, which is like Oscorp's version of Iron Man. Also check out Dark Adventures. That kind of goes into a little bit of how dangerous Norman Osborn as a businessman is.
So
yes, we do love villains.
We love villains.
Villains make the world go round. Okay, that's exactly what they are. Yeah. But yeah.
Let's get back to villainy.
Green Goblin.
Yeah,
is the character of the week because we've had recent news about the status of the MCU Phase 5 coming out. We got a lot of things that are happening. Mm-hmm. Marvel and Disney are known for their interweaving of different storylines. It's all connected. It's all a connected universe, which is part of the reason why we love it. Why I love it. So there's a big thing about Stacey being intentionally killed because Norman was sleeping with her. Yes, we know the Clone Saga that she had. We're not gonna like Cam's, we're not getting into the Clone Saga. We know. Yeah. There's also controversy whether or not Gwen Stacy was killed beforehand and her neck just snapped, or she was one of the first. She's one of the first killings of a superhero's girlfriend in comics. Yeah. So very controversial, very big thing. And the Amazing Spider-Man, Sony's second generation of Spider-Man, they played that with Gwen Stacy, and that the movie was okay. It kind of sucked as far as Spider-Man is concerned, but. That scene where Gwen Stacy is killed,
that was pretty gruesome.
It was because it wasn't those neck snap. It was a hit.
You can hear the sound.
I will say I'm genuinely disappointed with you guys that I don't have any Norman Osborn or do-rag pictures because those waves.
So as you can see now,
he got some nigga in him.
I just no. Norman Osborn does not. White boys can get waves to waves.
White boys don't have waves like that.
Yes, they can.
Like who?
There've been plenty of white boys with waves. I can't pull them up right now. We're live on the show.
Perms, right?
Okay.
White people get perms for the opposite reason we get perms.
Yeah, but I've still seen white boys with waves. I've seen them. I don't know these dudes. Okay. I don't associate with them.
I'm gonna take your word. Okay, I'm gonna take your word for it because I've never seen it.
Forget it.
How many white people have you ever seen with fucking waves? Because last time I checked, white people don't have Murrays. Okay, white people don't have sporting waves.
They can't buy that. They can't buy that. They can't buy it.
How?
Because they're wiggers and they want to get waves. You want to take me to that level? Yes. Proper poll.
How?
Can white boys get waves, yes or no?
No.
There we go. Let's let the audience decide.
Okay, let's let the audience decide.
Damn, the hell up here. Shut up, Jake.
He said them waves are hereditary.
They literally are in the comics. They hereditary is on what?
Shout out to Stan Lee because Stan Lee loves some black people, man. Even makes the white people have waves.
Originally, we wanted him to be the character of the week because of what it ties into.
Yeah.
So if you saw Spider-Man Far From Home, the after credits, Samuel Jackson is on the sword base. We know that, well, we allege that that's the point, but Skrulls have taken over. He's on sword base. And yeah, so that ties us into the storyline of the Dark Avengers, which has been teased as a possible movie in the future. Now, with that happening, that means that they daddy half black if they do.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you.
That's not a white boy.
No, I'm right here. I want to look you in your. Who fucking side are you on, Rita? Anyway,
the family side. Yeah. But yeah.
By marriage, that don't even count. Anyway, but no. So with if they do that, they
white
can
boy
have
waves. Nah. So yeah.
I don't even have to vote. I don't even have to vote because I know people gonna be on my side. They've seen white boys with waves before.
It's 50-50 right now.
You traitors.
Those 50 people are in the question
so
right now.
What this can lead into, if they introduce Norman Osborn into the MCU, that'll lead into the possibility of there being a secret wars where the Skrulls are trying to take over. They're taking different people's places. And not to spoil it, but Norman Osborn saves the day and becomes the new Nick Fury, basically. So, and you can either read the comics or watch something on YouTube to find out what else happened. I'm not going to spoil it. But that opens up our next phases of Marvel, which I'm very excited for.
But my question, just before you get into it, moving forward, who do you think would be a person? Huh?
Christian Bale. That's why he's in the middle.
I get it. I'm just saying, we still got to ask them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, definitely. You guys can post who you think. I wish I had a little long Zoya's hair. Just saw which Me too, homie. There could be a plethora of different people that could play him. Some people want Willem Dafoe to come back because he was such a great and energetic character in the original Spider-Man, but I think that's playing too much on Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
I have two people who I think will be pretty good.
Okay.
The first one will be Edward Norton.
He's not coming back.
But he may not. But I mean, just he's a great actor.
Hey, homie.
But yeah, Coke. Yeah. But the second person, Jim Carrey. He's kind of wacky. He can play a serious role.
He can.
It's different. And the reason why I say that, thank you, sir.
So
is because because Jim Carrey has range to play a very good actor, and I can honestly see him as like the psychopath version of the Green Goblin.
So I don't think I've ever seen, besides Batman and Robin, was Batman Forever.
Batman Forever.
I've never really seen him as so Jim Carrey's good as far as the Goblin aspect, but Norman, when he's Norman, he's just not on the Goblin formula.
Yeah,
and he's just going through the process. He's a very even killed person. The reason why I think that Christian Bale will be a great. Have you ever seen the movie Psycho?
Yeah.
So American Psycho. Sorry. Do we have those? I thought I put those in. So yeah, his flip flop, his duality of personality, I think is ideal for that character. So, and plus
have you seen him off the screen? Because he's a fucking psychopath.
Yes, that makes it even better. That makes it in Edward.
I like your choice. I like your choice as Christian Bale as.
Well, it's not just, but he's been casted as an unannounced role in the MCU so far. We just don't know what. People have been speculating on what he's going to play. Apparently, he's playing a role in Thor: Love and Thunder. So, bear in mind, it's all connected. It's all connected.
Okay.
So if he's a lower in command underneath Nick Fury before he becomes the Goblin and everything. Because we still have 2 more years before we have our next Spider-Man movie, and we have, I think, 3 more years until we have our next Captain Marvel. No, the next Avengers is like 5 years off.
I thought it was like 4. Okay,
4 or 5. It's off. Yeah. So they're still in a lot of planning.
They got to build up.
They got to build up Phase 4. I'm talking about Phase 5. We still have Phase 4 was coming out this year and everything.
Yeah,
and they still have not fully completed the Marvel Sony stuff. So, and Norman Osborn is ideally a Spider-Man villain.
Yeah.
So if they introduce him, and then they've been teasing the Sinister Six with Morbius. And Morbius, but they I'm kind of releasing a trailer teaser right now. But the after credits for Morbius, it's been no. But the after credits for the actual movie got leaked.
Ooh,
yes, and it's talking about.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Okay, I want to see.
Now you don't want somebody spoiling something.
I've been doing better with my spoilers than this shit.
He's
Paul
learning.
Giamatti still Rhino.
What'd you say?
Paul Giamatti.
No.
Okay.
No.
I hope.
Once on Mysterio.
Yeah.
Spider-Man PS1. Oh man, that game was great.
We should play that one day on the show. I have it.
You do? For real?
Yeah.
But it's a one-player game though.
So I mean, you die, you hand them over.
We got to take it back to 8-year-old rules.
We got to get this Twitch.
Hold on, we're the Mario brothers. Okay, I'm still pissed off at the fact that you just won't stop taking those the extra lives, so I could finally get in the fucking game. Peach is up here looking at you like, oh Mario.
First of all, y'all alternate lives. What you talking about?
No.
Continue.
Anyway, so those are my options, and that was also part of the second card. But so that was Green Goblin. I'm voting for Christopher Nolan. Really, the voting is at 67%. For are you?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna make y'all gonna make. We were talking about this earlier. I'm getting lost in the YouTubes and do a deep dive on White Waves because I've seen White Boys with Waves. I've seen it.
Nola Coaster says
Logic don't count. Logic is black.
Nola Coaster says Carrie could play Carnage. But what's his name playing?
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Yes.
I feel
Woody
like
Harrelson.
Going to be Cletus Cassidy.
Yes. Natural Born Killers. Watch the movie. You'll see he's Cletus Cassidy without the powers. Yes, definitely take a look at that.
Yeah.
Also, so speaking of Captain Marvel 2 and Phase 5, we have the lovely, the beautiful, the talented Teyonah Parris. If you watch Captain Marvel 1, the little girl in the movie, Captain Marvel was set in the 90s. So, of course, now we're 20 years later. Yeah. The little girl's grown up, and she's reprising the role of Monica Rambeau. Yes. So those of you who are not familiar with her, Monica Rambeau is Photon.
Can we get a giggity?
She's...
Giggity.
Talk about
That's
a real glow.
Let's take a shot for that one.
Take a sip for that one. There you go. That's a real glow. But she's taking over that role.
Damn, this rum is good.
Yes, it is. And it was announced that she's going to be... I told you. Damn. She's going to be reprising the role of Monica Rambeau, who is also known as Captain Marvel. So they could go a different... I'm running out of words to say.
Literally?
A cacophony of different powers. But yeah, she's gonna be reprising that role, so it means we're definitely opening up the ranks of the Avengers because she actually ended up becoming a leader of the Avengers at some point in her career. Also we've got WandaVision that's coming out this summer,
and she has ties to that as well.
Yes, she's tied into that because she's gonna be starting off as either a Shield agent. I didn't zoom in on the badge right there, but she's going to be becoming something involved. And she's going to be premiered there, but she's also being casted for Captain Marvel too. Yeah. So the intricacies of the MCU is happening across the board for the movies as well as the TV shows. And also we've got Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That's coming out
I can't wait for that one.
Later this year. They haven't announced the actual date for it. But
it's probably going to be like sometime in November though. And that's in my opinion.
Wait, you said is it White Boy Waves natural? That's why they saying that, man. I gave you the questions. I said, can they get waves? I didn't say if it was naturally waves.
No.
Nah. I was trying not to be problematic.
No.
Why is it problematic? Who we offending? Who? I don't even want to vote on that because that's not my question. It finally came up on my phone. That's why I'm just now seeing it. But the big drop announcement for Captain America and Falcon was that there's another Captain America. And those of you who have... What are you mumbling about? Anyway, the announcement of John Walker has been casted as the U.S. agent, who is the other Captain America in the comics.
He's supposed to be like the bad...
No. Well, I mean, no. He
the
started
asshole
out
version
as yes and no. He's definitely going to be.
He's not the pure Captain America that.
No. He's not the Steve Rogers.
He's not the.
He will shoot you in the face.
He's not the hammer.
Oh no, he's actually the first in the comics. U.S. Agent was the first to pick up Thor's hammer. He picked it up before Cap.
Wow.
Or it could have been Cap dressed as USA. I got to go back and research. I'm sorry.
Because that. Yeah. Superfly says the Wave Council.
For real.
White people has been denied.
Really? Anyway, I'm gonna find some.
Please find some because I don't believe it. So, I won't believe it until I see it.
But this means that. But Anthony Mackie already said that he's not Captain America yet. That's why it's called Falcon and Winter Soldier. But clearly, the U.S. government does not want
a black.
That or either because keep in mind before Endgame. Falcon, Winter Soldier, they were all fugitives from the government because of the Sokovia Accords. Yeah. So now he gets to be he's still on the run basically. Even though they saved the world, he's still an enemy of the state.
Technically.
So they need a Captain America. Shield. That might be the real shield. It might be a fake shield. We don't know yet. We got to wait to see. But he does have a shield. We don't know if. But what also could happen is that Wakanda. Remember at the end of Black Panther. Black Manta. That's I'm
Trey word.
No, I said the word right. Exactly. But Wakanda opened up their borders, so it's possible they could have access to vibranium. And keep in mind, we got the X-Men coming out, so we also could have access to adamantium. So this could be a genuinely good shield. Yeah. So we don't know. It could be a number of different things. I'm excited for that coming out this year. But that's it for the Marvel Phase 5 and Green Goblin stuff. That's 2 for 1 for you. And. Dang, we kind of been rolling, haven't we?
Yeah.
You want to take this one?
Yeah. So I'm not one of those guys to watch The View, but it definitely is something good happened this week. Sir Patrick Stewart, as you all know, that he has he's reprising the role.
Yes.
Of
he has reprised the role.
He has reprised. He took over the role of Pitcher. I can't pronounce his.
Picard?
I can't pronounce the name. I always butcher it.
That's a hard word.
I'm not a Trekkie. I'm not a Trekkie.
No.
I'm not a Trekkie.
No. You can't call the man. You can't call the man Pitcher. No.
Picard.
You knew you were going to talk about it before you walked in the studio.
And I said it's Picard.
All you had to do was YouTube it.
Picard.
No.
Picard. He came back as the role of Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard.
And he went on The View this week.
Thank you, James. Thank you, Jamaica. We said it at the same time, but anyway.
Nigga. Anywho, he decided to come back. He was offered. He was brought onto the show to talk about the show. And Jesus Christ. He came onto the show and they were interviewing him, and he said, "Hey, me and the creators of the show decided, hey, we want to bring you back, Whoopi, as the reprise your role that you were on." I don't know her name on it.
I don't know. I forgot it. It's been 20 years since I watched Next Generation. I'm not gonna lie.
Jamaica, really? Picard.
That's how you say it.
Okay, but you ain't have to put it
Picard.
You didn't have to put it all in, and
I forgot what her name was. It wasn't. No, Q was the alien.
I don't remember her name, but they asked her to come back on to the show to play her role in season 2, and I thought that was dope as hell that she was able to come back, and he did this on her show to see if she can come back. Yeah. So kudos to you, Captain.
Because they actually, I think they were pretty close on the show. I watched it as a kid. Like I used to love Star Trek: The Next Generation. That's what really. I have a dual fandom, so I like Star Wars as well as Star Trek. I know people hate me for that sometimes, but I don't care.
Or you just be somebody who enjoys stuff. You don't have to have a fandom. Just
Gaia. Yes. Thank you. Who's
good
that?
Luck, cousin.
Good job. So, I like she's going to reprise that role definitely, and they embrace and everything. So it's great to see they're both still alive, kicking, and able to reprise their roles.
7 of 9.
Giggity.
Oh yeah, he was 7 of yes. When he got assimilated by the Borg.
No.
Wasn't he? No, he was 7 of
9 was Jerry.
Oh, the lady. Yes,
she was in Voyager.
Yes, that was Voyager.
The android from Voyager. I had to give her a giggity. Somebody mentioned it. So
yeah, giggity.
So shout out to Sir Patrick Stewart and Whoopi Goldberg.
I don't ever watch The View, so I would never have known.
It was on Twitter, so I mean, I was like, okay, he's got to be here for a reason. And
it ain't coming up on my Twitter.
Shut up.
We know I ain't coming up on my Twitter.
Oh, it's Star Trek. What are you talking about?
It wasn't coming up on my Twitter.
It's on The View. It's on Star Trek. And guess what? If you look up on the Blurs and Whiskey Twitter page, it's under our thing because it's under Star Trek, motherfucker.
Let's wrap it up, folks.
We got one more thing to talk about, and on a serious note.
We know why it's not on my Twitter. Blurs and Whiskey After Dark. Oh, damn. I forgot about this. Yeah, good. So thank you guys for tuning in.
Delonte West. Delonte West was a player in the NBA for 9 seasons. And he's from the DMV. And it was an unfortunate situation over the last 2 years. He's been going through mental health issues. And he this past week was jumped by this one guy.
Jump?
Yeah, he beat the shit. No, if you've seen the ass whooping that he took this week,
first of all,
it looked like he got his head.
Okay. He got his head. A mentally unstable person.
He is. The guy beat him up, and it was unfortunate that it happened.
You don't know what he did to that guy.
I don't know nobody knows how it started, but they got on. It was on camera that the guy was kicking and stomping him and beating him down. And
that's not the important part of the story. The important part of the story is what happened to
at the end of the time when he was handcuffed. The police officer on duty decided to go ahead. We don't know if he's white or black. So
we don't.
No.
I retract my white t-shirt.
Yeah. So don't break your glasses. but yes, he was the police officer. Recorded. We don't know if it was by phone or by his actual body cam, but the footage was leaked, and it was basically leaked, whatever. It was out. The footage was put out there, and it shouldn't have been out there. Mm-hmm. And it showed him in a really dark place, and it's very unfortunate.
He's mentally unstable.
He is mentally unstable.
He needs help,
and he needs help. And we talked about this in our group because we always have group conversation before we talk about the situation. In my opinion, I was wondering, like, damn, why isn't he getting any help? But then Cam put out to me that he actually has been, and Rick has told me, he has been getting help. He's just not going forward to take on the help that he's given.
You can only help.
You can only help somebody.
Lead a horse to water, which can't make him drink.
Yeah. So in this unfortunate situation, we hope that he gets himself better. As you can see, this picture right here, that's a good time for him. When he was playing basketball, he was actually doing pretty good for himself. But in this dark hour, we asked that, me personally, just speaking for myself, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for Trey and EO for this.
Depends on what you're about to say.
No, I'm saying it's a serious situation. Don't make fun of people like this because it's not funny. And I mean, the fact that people were up there said because the situation with him and LeBron, I'm not even gonna get into it, but the fact that people were making jokes about like LeBron ain't gonna help him because of that situation, it's not funny. This stuff is not funny at all. Let's stop making fun of people who's actually going through some real shit right now. It's not funny.
This is the thing. This is the real talk about it. It's like, okay, so there's 3 sides to this. Mm-hmm. People who are recording it, just in passing, it's like you don't know what Delonte did to that guy.
We don't know.
Get whooped up on. Mm-hmm. We don't know that, so let's leave that alone. The cop posting, if the cop himself posted the recording, that's wrong in all of these other ways. And then the third side of it is there's somebody who needs help.
Yes.
All right, because there have been over the past 3 months, 3 to 5 different cases of just homeless people throwing hot, feces buckets on people. It's like, they need help, but are you going to blame somebody for beating their ass for doing that? No, and no jokes. So
it's not funny.
It's not good. It's not good. He needs help, but the guy who beat him up is not the villain here. Mm-hmm. Depending on why, we just don't know.
And until we find out that situation, just stop with the jokes. It's not funny. He's in a really dark situation, and he needs help. I've seen people out there like him, Jameer Nelson, who was his college teammate. in I think St. John's. He was trying to reach out to him, telling people on Twitter like, "Hey, don't make fun of him. It's not funny." Even as far as Des Bryant saying like, "Hey, I want to try my best to help him out with the situation."
And, this shines a light on people in that situation in general.
Yeah,
whether they're from around the way or not. Getting beat up in the street or throwing buckets of their own excrement on people. There are people out here who need help. Yeah. And nobody cares until it goes viral. Exactly. Or it's somebody, recognizes.
Or it's somebody close to you.
Yeah. I didn't want to talk about it originally. Well, I'm sorry. What were we about to say?
No. I was saying that basically just touching based on what he said. I mean, this.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk about it originally because it's. I don't like seeing people who need help not getting the help that they need. You told me in the car that someone had offered him a job.
It's a rumor. Danny Ainge, the GM of the Celtics, said it's a rumor, so we don't know the validity of it. Was trying to offer him a scouting job to make sure that he can get back on his feet. Yeah, but if it's true, that'd be good. But you need to get yourself together before you do something like that.
I mean, I don't know who to blame in that situation because it's like, how can you make somebody get the help? How can you besides putting them in a straitjacket and throw them in a padded room?
The thing is,
basically putting what's his name, Pookie, putting him in that and making sure that he's getting himself help.
You need an OCG for that.
Yeah,
that whole type of thing. Like if he was the meal ticket. For 9 years, he was in the NBA.
Yeah, there should have been
and somebody let him get to this state.
Yeah.
Nobody
checked him.
Took power of attorney, anything.
Yeah. You need help, and we hope that you get the help that you deserve, homie. Because I mean, you really. That's at Blurs and Whiskey. We laugh and joke a lot, but in serious situations, we want to make sure that people get what they need and what they deserve, and raise awareness.
Mental health is important.
It's very important, and we have to shed light on it. Just do right by other people, guys. Yeah. It's not funny, and I mean, it's a time and place to laugh and joke, but that definitely wasn't a time to laugh.
It might be a good thing that it's gone viral because now we can actually talk about it.
Yeah. It's just we have to do better, and that's my time on the actual podium. I'm not even going to talk anymore about it. It's WrestleMania week, goddammit.
Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
Jeez, goddammit. I'm a few months too fast on this one.
I know we was having a serious moment.
It's Wrestle Rumble week, everybody.
I know we was having a serious moment in my head. I'm just going over the matches in my head like, I can't wait till we get about this motherfucker's WrestleMania. I can't wait till I go to see them. Let's go! Royal Rumble! Now you got me saying WrestleMania. Yeah. But
Wrestle Rumble.
So it's been fun this week. We had a lot to talk about. Quick thing real quick. I'm gonna keep it quick. I saw Bad Boys for Life this week. I thought it was a very good movie, very entertaining. It is, without spoiling it at all because Trey hasn't seen it, I give it a 4 out of 5. 4.
Really?
Yeah. And the reason why because I think the action needs to be better. If the action was better,
hold up, a Michael Bay movie. The action.
It's not. Michael Bay didn't direct it.
Oh.
So that's the reason why I say 4 out of 5.
So it's tuned down. Okay.
No. The action was kind of tuned down.
Yeah.
It still was a very good movie.
It was
very entertaining. It's funny as hell. If you're looking for that same funny back and forth with the movie as far as the chemistry that they had before, you're getting that. And then on top of that, they're playing. You know how like they have back in Lethal Weapon when he's like, I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, they played that,
and that's the one thing that I was hoping that they do, because I mean, you can't be 50 and 50 because Will is 51 and Martin's 54. You can't say at 50 and 54 we're gonna be doing jumping off of cars and doing all these guns and everything. It's not
chilling out.
Will even said in the midst of making the movie, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go and do all my stunts. I don't need no stunt double." 3 days into the shit, he was like, "You know what? Them stunt doubles gonna get paid for the work that they doing today." because I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah.
They're too old for this shit.
Before we go to check out the comments, they were talking about Royal Rumble. Derek Welsh, any predictions? I earlier said I wanted Keith Lee to win, but in all honesty, I want Kofi to win. I want him to get redeemed as far as his 8-second title loss.
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Chuck said, I'm going to save Herb and say he meant it's the road to WrestleMania.
Yes,
that's what you meant to say. I got you.
Thanks, Chuck.
Justin Madre says Roman's got to win, but I wouldn't mind Rusev. Oh, okay. I wouldn't mind Rusev or Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre would be good.
Drew McIntyre would be a really good one,
but he'd be one of those anti-face type dudes. I don't know if he's ready for that type of heat yet. And there's been a few who have been spotted in Houston. Don't say anything.
Quiet.
Don't spoil it. I love to be surprised. So if you guys want to see this surprise face, come out to Summers Restaurant tonight, 7:00. What's the address? Crack. Look up Summers Restaurant.
I'll actually
share the if you can look it up. I shared the link to the invite. Greg has actually been one of the guys that heads up the event and the event invites. It's on our fan page.
Okay,
check it out.
1520 North Courthouse Road, Arlington, VA.
Yes.
22201.
Yes.
And the event starts at 6. Royal Rumble starts at 6. And
all right, Derek, we'll see you there.
It's gonna be lit. Make sure that you get there on time because the seats will be
they will be packed.
They will be. It's the top floor
pay-per-view. Who got winning?
Shit. You know what? Keith fucking Lee. Why not? He wasn't even on what's the name last night, and I was disappointed that he didn't have a match. But I think that he's gonna eliminate. I say he's gonna eliminate 4 people. I go with 4.
Okay. All right.
I don't know when he's gonna get in, but I say Keith Lee for the win.
I want Kane to come back. And
Mayor Kane?
Yes, Mayor Kane to come back and take back his streak of throwing people out as far as the streak goes. But I'm hoping on hope that Kofi gets in there and shows us and gets a chance at the title again.
Kofi's gonna have an amazing get back in.
Yeah,
I don't know how he's gonna do it, but that's the one thing I'm looking forward to this week.
Who's your official guest, Trey?
Well, now that you took mine,
you can go with who you want.
No, I gotta think about it. I can't just throw a name out there. I know Kofi's not gonna win. I just know he's gonna show out.
I don't even know if Keith's gonna win. I'm just
my vote is Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's retained his title, and he's gonna win.
That's very Vince like.
Yeah. Last night's show was amazing. I think that last night's show was good. I'm sorry I fell asleep
Imperial
halfway through. I didn't see that last match.
I'm not gonna say who won. Bravo to Imperial. Bravo to what's the name?
No, Dragunov and the Demon, Finn Balor. They had an amazing match.
And you should have seen Trey's look. He's like, who the fuck is this?
I was like, who the hell is Dragunov? I don't watch UK.
And he came in and tore that shit up. Too bad that he lost, but I mean, it's just the fact that he went in and he did a real good job surprising Trey.
Justin says Keith Lee will probably eliminate Brock. Wow.
I hope.
I think Brock's gonna win this whole thing. I would love that.
I would love
that.
See that shit.
See Brock come down to NXT and run a wreck shit. That would be great.
Lashley's too busy cuckolding.
Yeah, Lashley ain't winning shit. All right, guys. Look, I gotta go. We gotta drive. So yeah, pick up your cup.
Yeah. So
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, we're ready to go. So I mean, we got a trip.
I'm literally in my seat, like let's
literally.
Go.
Yeah.
That's because I used the word appropriate.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Anywho, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Drink motherfucking drink. Be sure to check us out on blursandswhiskey.com.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, by the way, and just in case, we are at 198 people subscribes on YouTube. Let's try to get to 200 because when we get to 200, you're gonna get your goddamn. We're gonna pick winners to go and get your own merch. Let's build this brand, people.
Well, I'm not wearing merch.
Let's build this. Oh, here you go. Here you go. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. All this.
All the good merch.
Help build this brand, people. It's up to you.
Well, it's up to us. But
it's up to us, but I mean, we need
like, share, subscribe. We gotta grow, man. We doing good work out here. So if you like us, you love us, you hate us, share, like, subscribe. What was the hashtag I said in the beginning? I forgot. I gotta rewatch the show.
Build for us or some shit like that.
What build for us?
You know what? I'll go ahead and check it out and then on the replay and put it in there. So yeah.
People.
Love you guys. Cunt.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blurs and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blursandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.